Hey guys, Coach Amanda here. I shared on my Facebook that I would be doing a three-part series on myself, sharing a little bit about my journey, where I come from, and my background. So today is probably going to be a little deep. I wanted to share about my childhood and where I come from. I know that a lot of people don't know, like, when they see me who I am today, they think that I've always been this way, that I've always been healthy, or I've had people tell me that I'm confident, which is like, it's a compliment, and, I appreciate it, and it kind of takes me back because I never thought of myself as a confident person, and this is all new. And I'm very thankful for my journey over the last year that has helped me achieve this level of confidence and kind of like ballsiness to be open with my journey when it's something that I couldn't even talk to or accept myself. So I don't want to take too much of your time. I want to get to my workout, so I'm just going to share a little bit about my childhood. I was born in Maryland, and I grew up in South Florida. We moved around a lot. I came from a single parent home. My parents got divorced when I was 5, so I'd visit my dad every weekend, and then he moved to another state, and then every summer we'd visit. And then my mom said we couldn't see him anymore, and we were isolated from our family, so it was just my mom, my brother, sister, and myself. I'm the oldest of the 3, and my mom was, she was a barber, and we didn't make a lot of money, and the money that was made was spent, on drugs and alcohol, and, there's lots of memories I have growing up. But, before I turned 12, things weren't that bad. Like, things, I always was alone. I felt like I was growing up by myself. I was the one teaching myself things. I never, like, looking back, I was trying to, because I'm, like, learning how to accept where I've come from. And I'm trying to look back on my childhood and think about like the lessons I've learned and try to kind of relive it a little bit and learn how to accept it in a different way, because I didn't accept it for a very long time, and I kind of like compartmentalized everything. I hope I said that word right. I never can. So anyway, before I was 12, I don't really remember my mom being there that much. I remember, like, she worked a lot and then would hang out after work, and, we'd come home, like, way later at night. So it was just us taking care of ourselves, and, like, my brother and I trying to watch my little sister. And so I was trying to, like, think about what I learned and was taught, and I never had structure. I never was taught any like valuable life lessons or anything that I assume kids learn as they're growing up from their parents. There was no like lessons or anything like that. I mean, she taught us how to tie our shoes, and I learned like the alphabet. And one thing I do remember is when I was in elementary school, if I couldn't spell something, she would give me the dictionary to help me like learn stuff. So that was helpful. But other than that, like, I can't think of any like life lessons that that I was taught. So I kind of like feel as if I raised myself, and so I was very like obsessive with having the house cleaned and stuff, because I felt like it was the only way to kind of like feel in control of anything, because things got out of control really fast. I remember always not having money, but before 12. So 12 years old for me was like the time when things started going downhill. So, before that, things weren't all that bad, but they weren't great. So I remember one day we're in our apartment and our car was being towed. And, we've gotten evicted from a lot of places. And then one day, all of a sudden, we're like homeless. We had nowhere to live. And they were trying to take our car away. So we ended up like hotel hopping. I don't know how. I think they were paying, like, it was a way you could pay after you sign in. I don't know, because you don't do that now, but maybe it was different back then. But I remember always sneaking out of the back door when we would leave the hotels. So we would only stay there like a night or two and then sneak out of the back door late at night to go to another place. And, we've stayed in Motel 6s. We've had to stay at my mom's friends' houses and stuff. And all the while, there was, it wasn't a positive place. There was a lot of drugs happening, strange people coming in the house for that reason. And, this is like what I grew up around, and it just kept getting worse and worse year after year until I moved out when I was 18. So, this is very hard for me to talk about. I don't like to talk about the negative things that have happened in my past because I like to focus on, the future and the positive stuff. But I also need to recognize that, it's part of who I am. It's part of where I've come from. It's part of my journey. So, and it also has given me, I'm actually, as weird as it sounds, I'm actually grateful for, the way I was raised, because it gave me a leadership quality. It gave me strength to carry on when things aren't like going the way you think they should be, because it never was. I was always mad because I thought, I didn't understand why somebody wouldn't, want something better for themselves and why they wouldn't try to provide for their family. I didn't understand that, so it made me really mad. And, I love my mom. She's no longer with us anymore. And we can talk about that later, maybe, in another video, because I'm doing a 3-part series. But, I still loved who my mom was when she was herself. The drugs were not her, and, I know that it's an addiction, it's a disease, and it's not, she had a beautiful spirit and so much potential, so much love and light, but she also had an addiction problem, and she ran away from her problems with drugs. And I know she wanted to stop, but she couldn't face. I know she had a lot of struggles with it. So I do understand, and it's hard even so to understand, but I'm trying to have compassion for the person that she was, and realize that it's not personal, and it's her journey and her life, and I just happened to grow up in it. And, I am thankful for the way my life was, because I'm stronger now, and I have something to give to people to help them with their lives. And, I've overcome so much adversity that I feel that I can give that to somebody else, and to make something beautiful out of like a bad situation is something I'm really passionate about. So, I want to help other people to do that, and I like work to inspire you guys every single day to, see the brighter side, and to, go after your dreams. And no matter where you come from, it's possible. Like, especially if you come from a place of adversity, like, you have the grit and the tenacity to like make it happen. And if you don't believe in yourself, you need to start believing in yourself, because you do have, the power within you to be great, and you deserve it, and so does everybody around you. I feel that, we go through these things and we have these stories to share to help other people. Like, humans are, meant to be like a community-based species, and, we can't survive alone. People die without love, and it's part of our growth as human beings. And I feel that it's important for us to share the things that we've gone through to help other people, because I feel like it makes it beautiful. It makes it worth it. I don't think that we go through anything like this, or anything like whatever you have gone through or are going through, like, it's not for no reason. And even if you feel like it is for no reason, learn from it and help somebody else with it. Like, pay it forward, so that it's meaningful. So it's not just like a time sucker. Like, you go through something, you learn from it, it helps you grow spiritually and as a person, and then, you help other people and it helps them grow spiritually, and then they can do it. It's like pay it forward thing. So anyway, that was hard to talk about, and I appreciate anybody who watched this video, and I appreciate all the people that follow me on my social media platforms and who have supported me in my journey, because it's been tough, and I appreciate any feedback, any sort of, oh, my back, excuse me. I appreciate you guys being there, and just know that I'm here to provide value for you, and I'm here to give my time and, to share the things that have helped me in life. To be where I'm at now I've gone way far from where I used to be, and I'm very grateful for that. And it's my goal to share that with you, like I said. So if there's any way I can help you, I would love to, and just know that I'm here and I'm coming from a place of love, and I'm happy to share my journey with you, as hard as it is for me to share. It's not about me, it's about you and helping you to overcome some things, and I am sharing my story because I know that it's worth it. No matter how uncomfortable it makes me, it can help somebody else, so it's worth it to me. So I hope you guys have a great night. I'm gonna work out, and then stay tuned for tomorrow's video on my life story. Alright, bye.